Well, a movement to reclaim public space is headed to Kansas City. Imagine if our city sidewalks went from this to this. You like that, right? It's called a parklet, but it requires drivers to make a bit of a sacrifice.
Only on 41 Action News reporter Kat Reed joins us live to explain what exactly a parklet is. Kat.
Well, guys, it's basically a mini park that reclaims part of the street. So this area in front of me, including where the car is parked, this could be a parklet, and it may mean losing 1 or 2 parking spots, but supporters say there's a lot more to gain. There's a special energy on 18th Street in the Crossroads.
It's awesome. It's going to be the next 6th Street of Austin. It's going to be the next Wynwood Walls of Miami.
Bo Nelson is the co-founder of Thou Mayest Coffee Roasters. He has big ideas to make 18th even better.
Like a 3-story palm tree that Barkley could see from the other side of 18th Street.
An idea to transform the front of his building by installing a parklet. It's like a sidewalk extension.
The idea is just to reclaim a little bit of extra pavement for the use of people.
Parklets can replace on-street parking spots or fill dead zones where parking isn't allowed. You can find them in a lot of other major cities, like Denver, where a group called Better Block KC just won a parklet design competition.
We created something called the Urban Backyard, which included a porch swing, a seat-in for about 14, secured parking for scooters and bicycles, and a bunch of yard games.
But Netzel and his team haven't been able to install one here.
This is the kind of street where you may see something like this.
That's why Councilman Eric Bunch is working on an ordinance that would pave the way for parklets, even if they could impact parking.
I think that the trade-off is oftentimes worth it, to say we're going to put 25 people here sitting and eating or enjoying a little park space in the shade versus one person's vehicle.
While the city could install some of its own parklets, most would pop up from individual property owners who would need to obtain permits.
We're putting something in the street, so we need to make sure that it's safe and follows basic good design guidelines.
Nelson is one of the first business owners to jump on board and hopes the rest of Kansas City will do the same.
We were born to do this. In a way, like we were that last stop into the great unknown. Here we are doing it again. You know, let's just keep jumping off into that wilderness. We have a really strong community that celebrates that.
Bunch says that one of these parklets will not be installed without approval from the adjacent property owner first. He is working on some language with the city's legal department for the ordinance. It will then go before a committee before eventually heading to the full council. Live in Kansas City, Kat Reed, 41 Action News. All right.